Gaddy buys a television for £230. She wants to put a tag with a price on the television so that in the sale she can give a discount of 30% off the price on the tag and still make a profit of 40% on the price she paid for the television. Work out the price that Gaddy should put on the tag. So this question is asking us what price Gaddy can sell the television that she's now bought such that she can give a 30% discount and still make a 40% profit on the original price she paid for the television. So we can represent this information we've been given in an algebraic equation. And to do that, what we can first do is use some letters to represent the information. So the first thing we can do here is we can let X represent the price Gaddy will resell the television for. And this will be the price before the 30% discount is applied. And so if we let X represent that, then we can set up the following equation that should be fulfilled for the criteria in this question to be met. So if X is that price that Gaddy's going to resell the TV before the discount, then X times 0.7 should be equal to 1.4 times 230. So where does this equation come from? Well, again, in the question we've been told that 30%, she wants to offer a 30% discount and still make a 40% profit whilst doing that. So to find what 30% of the resale price will be, we can times it by 0.7, because when we take off 30% from a value, we'll be left with 70%, and so 0.7 tells us that remaining 70% that's left. And when we multiply 1.4 times 230, that tells us how much we have if we have a 40% increase of 230. And so in turn, that tells us how much a 40% profit of the original price that Gaddy paid for the television will be. So from this step, we can then simplify this equation. So if on the left side we have X times 0.7, that can simply become 0.7x. And on the right side, we have 1.4 times 230. And if we calculate that, it can come out as £322. Now, if you're struggling to calculate 1.4 times 230, perhaps in a non-calculate paper, what you can do is you can do 1 times 230, which of course is 230. You can then do 4 times 230, which should give you 920. And then you can divide that by 10 to give you 92. Because of course we're not doing 4 times 230, but 0.4 times 230, which is 92. And then we can add 92 to 230, and that gives us 322. So from here we can then divide both sides by 0.7, and that should leave us with X is equal to 322 over 0.7, which if we solve that, comes out as £460. So the final answer is Gaddy can resell this television for £460, offer that 30% discount and still make a profit of 40%. And so she should sell this for £460.